Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words, become much more articulate. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to effectively fire someone. No one wants to fire someone, but unfortunately, it's going to happen a couple of times within our lives, especially when we're running a business or we're managing a team. There's different ways to fire a contractor versus an employee. For a contractor, a lot of the times, you don't even need to tell them that they're fired. When you stop giving them projects, they're aware that you are firing them. For example, for one of these books right behind me, let's say my cover designer has been sloppy for new projects, I'll just stop giving him work. And when I stop giving him work, he'll hopefully understand that Armani is not giving me work in the typical cadence. Something is wrong. Uh-oh. I must be getting fired. So with contractors, you can give updates, and I'd still recommend that you do give updates, especially if there is rapport, but updates are not always needed. Now for employees, let's say you guys work in a corporation and you consistently see these employees, there's different ways to go about it. If you are, let's say, dealing with an incompetent employee, you do want to give updates. Let's say it's 2021, and for all of 2021, they have done a poor job. At the end of the year, when it's their performance review, you don't just want to stop at the review. You give them the review, make them aware that they're doing a very bad job. Then you give another paperwork that says updated reviews. Okay, for 2022, you better hit these updated reviews, aka metrics, for your job. Otherwise, you're going to be let go within 2022. You're giving updates. Because a lot of these workers, they are completely unaware when they're doing a bad job. So it's up to you as the manager to give them updates when they're not doing a good job. You show them the ideal, and you say, if you do not hit the ideal, then you will be let go. So by the time that, let's say they don't hit the ideal and you fire them, you're not catching them off guard. They are completely aware why they are getting fired. These are for incompetent employees. Now, every now and then, we are going to have to fire a competent employee just because their team is no longer relevant. This happened in my last company where there was this older gentleman. He was on the verge of retiring. He was roughly 63, 64, and he was fired. Not because he was a bad worker, it's just because his job got automated. For guys like this, I'm actually surprised that more managers don't have the compassion to refer them to other teams within the company. That's what you should do. If you're a manager that is having to let go of a person who is competent simply because their role got outsourced or automated, I believe you as the manager, if you want to have respect in your tribe, you should recommend them to other people. Just look out for them. Just say, okay, look, Nikish, I have to let you go just because your team is not relevant, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let these other teams know that you are available. I'm going to vouch for you, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that you're plugged into one of these new teams. Even if Nikish does not get the job, I'm shocked that more managers don't even make these introductions. Because it's way easier for a guy like Nikish to move around in the company rather than hiring someone new that doesn't understand anything about the company to plug within the company. So if you're going to fire a competent worker, then you need to do your best to get them another job within the company. Now, with that being said, one thing that I want to share is that whenever you're firing someone, whether you give updates or not, they may yell at you. They may take out a lot of their aggression on you, and you may want to fight fire with fire. They're cursing at you, and you want to curse back at them. But I believe it's good for the manager at this temporary moment to be that punching bag, because they're not really yelling at you. They're yelling at their circumstance. What's happening to so many Americans nowadays is that they don't have any money. They're living paycheck to paycheck. So the fact that they're getting fired right now, they're worried about how the heck am I going to survive? And in this state of worry, they just lash out. Be that punching bag and don't fight fire with fire. This is a tough moment for them. Just let them have their moment and gracefully have them exit the building. So recap, if you are firing a contractor, you often don't even need to give updates. And if you do, just give a quick update and then move on to the next person. But if you are firing people that you consistently work with, categorize them effectively. Are they an incompetent employee? Then make sure that you measure their performance metrics. You give updated metrics that you want them to hit. If they do not hit it, then fire them. And this time, they're not surprised. And if they are a competent employee who's being let go simply because their team is getting outsourced or automated, then do your best to find them a new role within the company. That is how you effectively fire people. And it's something that we don't want to do, but every now and then we have to do. So if you enjoyed today's talk and you want to learn more about communication skills, stay updated with the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel by hitting that subscribe button right on below, hit that bell notification, and never miss another video again. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, and I will catch you next time.